You've got 5 minutes.
You got so we're here with Ross and Lance on the plateau at Reporoa, and you're milking, was it 550 cows?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And a runoff on the sides, 2 runoffs. But question for you, Ross, it's like, what made you look?
Yeah, I read a few things, and then I actually, what was the nail was I told Lance about it, and then Lance ordered your book. Is that basically what happened? Eh?
Yeah, it was.
And he read his book, and he came back to me quite enthusiastic, and I thought, okay, let's look a little bit more serious, and then that's how it all started, basically.
It had nothing to do with Paula at all, too.
No, I think we knew Paula, but no, I don't think we'd go down this track. No.
So basically, by reading the book, you hadn't done any regenerative or any other what they call regenerative practice?
Nah, none.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I had something in it before we start. We were, I was just seeing lack of activity in the ground, in the soil, and that was a real crux for me. I did go a whole heap of holes one day, you didn't know about it, and I never found a worm on the farm, and I thought, this is not what we're supposed to be doing. So I suppose we'll start to look for alternatives.
It's interesting though, like this is something that was never here at the start. See your worm castings there?
Yeah, look at that.
That was never there before, right?
No, definitely wasn't.
So that's quite cool. I mean, that's a sign of a good season. But here, look at this, Stephen. See that there? That's just come up. And this is part of your grazing benefit of not taking it too low. By having the shelter, you've actually got the biology can actually function. And look how much moisture that is where it's under the shelter against where it was open there. And when you actually do the soil temperatures on open ground, you can have up to 10 degrees difference in temperature, soil temperature.
Yeah, it's a bit of a leap of faith.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think once we started, we said to Lance and me, come up the plan, we'll give this 3 years and see what we think.
Yeah.
And that was we probably never told you that.
we actually get a few of these 3 years.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Being, like, I would never give it a 3 years. But, I guess the critical thing for you guys is to instill confidence. But I also try and point out to people when you're changing this, and as you're seeing the changes now, is that the first year, you're really just trying to stabilise everything.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part, to just get through that mentality. We're going to stabilise things and then start moving forward. So what did you notice first?
Big drop in the pasture to start with.
Right.
Was a massive notice. But the biggest thing that I noticed was, I suppose, animal health turning around a bit.
Well, it is interesting. So you mowed this for baleage.
Yeah.
And how long was the break before the cattle came back in? The cows came back in after mowing.
I would have been about 35, 40 days.
Oh, okay. So it was a reasonable sort of.
Yep.
But there's been a bit of nitrate stress because we've got some really dark patches in there. So something we haven't finished the job yet. It's amazing how quick they can graze those paddocks and leave the bloody piss patches right where they've been eaten. Happens fast. It's interesting. You guys started in the spring.
Yeah.
Where I like to start people in the autumn, but at least you guys listened.
Yeah.
You got the fish and did it. I mean, the ones that don't, I need to get it. Well, it's a challenging thing, certainly when you start getting into putting these rocks out in bits and pieces again.
Yeah.
What are you on about? Stephen, our great interviewee, was harassing me yesterday about me being so hard on the farmers and what we had to do when we do this process. But it's critical that all these things get done.
Yeah, I agree. Totally.
So you're saying that, you noticed there was less pasture
to
start with?
Yeah,
So we started you in the spring, eh?
Yes, yes. So yes.
And by using some of that fish and the nitrogen, did that help you get through the bump?
Yes, it definitely helped us. Yeah.
So that's something we don't actually recommend people to start in the spring unless you're really, really ready to go. Like, you've got to be ready to use these tools, because you're looking at a system that goes from you supplying the nutrient to the plant out of a packet where we're actually now turning to we give a system to the soil to regenerate to grow the grass. So we're getting to that stage now.
I think we went from using 150 units a year down to 15 the first year. So I think the pasture was pretty addicted to that end stuff.
Okay.
So that created quite a hole.
Bit of a hole, yeah. Okay. So, like in that changeover with the animal health and then rebounding in their pasture, how long do you reckon it took before you started going, oh, we might be on the right side of the coin here?
So the end of last year, it was like we hit autumn, end of summer,
Yeah.
and it's just you're just rocketing. Well, once we got a bit of moisture and we didn't even chuck on fish. No, whereas the year before I went autumn and spring.
So you chased the cows in the first season. So 1.25 years, 1 1/3, we're away here.
Yeah. About that.
Yep.
And like we're now 2 and a bit in, 2.5, and against where you'd think you'd be, like you used any end at all this year?
1 round in spring.
Right.
5 units.
Yeah, it was just with the fish.
Right. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it was pretty cold, pretty miserable.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So in saying that, like last year, I mean, you've still got a fair bit of input on the farm, like inputting feed to the cows. Where are you placed on last year's production to this year's production now?
Just on par at the minute.
Okay, and last year was a record, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a record year. Yeah.
So given the state of the farm at the rain at the moment, you're going to blow it.
Oh, yeah. Well and truly, yeah.
You were sort of 50, 60 milk solids up a day at the moment.
That's not bad. I've got a question here. Are you doing anything now that you used to think was, you'd think was risky, in the past, like not feeding, not doing in and not doing other things? Have you walked away from stuff that you would have been doing before?
Absolutely. Yeah. Roundup for a start. That's disappeared. Yeah. Urea, geez, when you fill in your form that the government want every year, they want to know how much urea and what you put on, and you put down 5 units, you feel like you're lying. But you're not. What else are we doing different? Yeah,
it's better.
Yeah, it is really.
I suppose, just chasing the cows with nitrogen.
You're not doing it anymore.
Trying to get a little buffer.
So, as far as lifestyle goes, an improvement?
Oh, definitely now. Yeah.
So you got a bit more money coming, a bit more lifestyle.
Yep.
We haven't seen that boat out yet, Rob.
No. I've worked on lifestyle for years, but.
So you just go back on that, like this animal health thing, we were talking out in the paddock and you're saying about, you haven't bedded the cows yet in calf or not, but it's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
And so that's going to make a big change now to your empty rate. And you're talking about you'll really dig into some cows that you want to get rid of.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It'll be the first year that we can actually get rid of cows you don't want. So.
And how long?
It'll be 4 years. Yeah.
All right. So that's pretty good. And how the chopping block's pretty good, reasonably deep then.
Yeah.
I know that feeling. It's been a long time, but I do know that feeling. Yeah.
As farming goes through this process, you've more or less got to farm your way through this changeover, and the pennies just start, shit, now that's changed, and you may not have applied all those facts and figures to going to buy the other farm, but when you go to tell the backstory and you look at it going, oh, shit, this is all right. I can actually make some more changes here and actually keep going better outcomes all round.
So, with what we've done with the changeover and feeding the minerals, like even the Vitus in the springtime, has that made life a lot easier for you?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I rate that Vitus. Yeah. Our milk feed was pretty much nothing.
What was that like before?
Oh, we'd sort of get, I don't know, I suppose 20 cows.
Right, 20 cows not having to do anything. That's a bit of a time saver, isn't it?
Yeah. Isn't it?
That's certainly something that we're seeing across the board. Is like when it's springtime and that happens, it just sucks you hours out of the day, doesn't it? Yeah. So have you changed how you rely other animal health products like drenches and vaccinations. And
Yeah,
all those-
stopped on drenching now too.
Wow.
Oh, no, tell a lie. I do it once
Right.
at the start. And then they just hop on their rotation. And
So that's the calves,
I
then you
just
get
leave
one
it.
at the start.
Yeah, they just stay on their rotation.
That's pretty handy instead of every 6 weeks. And
Yeah, bloody oath.
yeah.
So what's your
Not eating hard, obviously.
milk ureas at the moment?
It's high. It's 38.
Right.
That's
It's
probably from a lot of our broad and feed,
oh, okay.
I'm guessing.
Because I'm going, where's that coming from?
Yeah, to be the
Yeah.
the protein not getting well, I'm guessing digest properly in the
Well, they can't. It's not axial proteins. It'll be in nitrate form, and that may actually be some of the last pressures you need to remove. That's why part of when we do a herbage test now, which is going to show, it'll show your N level in the pasture, and we'll see whether it's actually really a real protein or a fictitious one, and where this is. I'm wanting to know where this comes from.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's putting pressure on the cows.
Yep.
Just see how this patch here is quite dark against the lighter part of the field, and like Lance was saying, was the cows have grazed it once since then, obviously, and then they've reacted to the feed and they've shot out quite a bit of nitrogen, and so we want to know what's missing that's causing the nitrate to be in the feed for them to be doing that. Because basically we want to see your milk ureas at 25s to 20 to 25, and we don't want to see any of these piss patches at all. And then as time comes, those paddocks that you see the red clover and really thickening up, so that you can do less baleage and just carry feed into the summer.
And that's the part where we're really talking before about trying to get this nitrates down so the animal can digest their feed better. So, and we're going to go to a herbage test to really isolate what's going on at the moment.
Okay, get a pair of scissors. Whatever you do, don't get any dirt in it. And so don't go to the clumpy patches where the ground's dry, but just pick an area. So like you'd go, say, from here, and you get a scissors and you cut across, and you'd pick up, you get a bit of dandelion there, and you pick up a bit of grass, and what you'd say, a piece from here to here, and then you got a representative of what the cows are eating. And yeah, do it out in the middle of the paddock where there's no build-up of fertility and that sort of stuff. And yeah, and that doesn't matter if if there's a dock in the way, because I mean that there's pretty healthy looking dock, and that'll get eaten for sure. It's more like a lettuce leaf than a horrible dock. Yeah.
So we're talking multiple paddocks on the farm?
Nah, you just need to pick a paddock. Like if the cows are going in here that night, go in there and do it in that, because you need the pasture to be mature.
Yeah, okay. That's all the word I wanted, mature.
Yeah.
So, it's a bit of a no-brainer, this question. What's happened to your input costs?
The first year, our input costs were probably very similar to sticking with solid fert.
Yeah.
Because of and I think the second year it probably dropped 15% on that.
Wow.
Yeah. This year, geez, I haven't even looked at it really, but I know it's definitely coming down in the price of, So, so they've definitely lowered. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. But input costs were for health, and that's more yours.
Yeah, it's definitely dropping.
More yours.
Yeah. Animal health's definitely dropping.
It was actually never. It was never about saving money for me. On to be honest, it was about getting the farm doing what it should do. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting process that we go through, and we sort of when you're traveling around talking to farmers, and you get to them, and that the new farmers are thinking, there's something I've got to do. They're a bit scratchy about how they go, but what happens is you come back. And you've, last year come back and you've got a few more questions. Well, what am I going to hear? It's not quite as good as I want, but it's certainly noticeable today. It's a fairly bit more relaxed. And you got a young child, and it's actually still more relaxed.
She's changed.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, isn't it? It's like to give your farming lifestyle back.
Oh, you see the worm castings out there now, as you were pointing out today. It was just, and that's what we saw on your farm 2.5 years ago. So that's where we got quite quickly, I think.
Yeah, well, I think we can get into soils quite a bit deeper yet. But, I mean, and we're also, this is the question is, like, has it opened your eyes to thinking, to solving farming issues differently? I mean, that was one of the questions about, where's the red clover?
Yeah.
And we've seen a paddock today that's starting to change. So then we're looking at this process of just getting that cover to keep the temperature down in the soil and let the worms come up. Now, would you ever thought of anything like that before?
No,
Yeah, no.
no.
Yeah. So this solving issues is the ability to actually talk with people that are doing different things. Really important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the red clover part is, I want to see that coming. And there was one paddock that we saw it starting to pop up.
Yep.
Well, it's interesting. Your reds are coming. And
Yeah, there's quite a lot when you start looking.
yeah, this might be the most we've seen on the.
Yeah, I'd say it is. Yeah.
If you get that really heavy set of red clover in amongst it all, that's when you know that these piss patches will be gone and there'll be a real even eating across the whole thing. And that's pretty good.
Yeah, no, just
Pretty good turnaround.
When it gets up in a bulk form, it covers the paddock more. It's like a really dense shading on the paddock. And when it gets to that stage, you won't have the nitrates because it won't grow with high nitrates. So when it gets to that, then the cattle will graze it a lot cleaner too. So you can actually go into it like this and knock it down to about here. So you've still got a bit of growth in it and walk away and it'll just come back up again. So it's sort of like having a loose end paddock right across the whole farm when it comes right. But at present, I don't think any of the bought-in red clovers actually suit that sort of scenario. Yeah. So we'd have to harvest one of our paddocks and then seed all the seed. But you probably got it there. The soil is just waiting for it to
have its opportunity.
When they're getting loaded with nitrates,
Yeah.
they're getting a hot ass.
Yeah, right.
And the interesting thing about the nitrates, I know you're up here and it's a little bit cooler, but when the nitrates go through the cow and the tail starts swinging, the nitrates also brings the flies.
Yep. Oh.
And so, like in sheep, it's the death smell, so you have fly stroke because the fly says you're dying, let's go.
Yeah.
But in your cows, they're already there's a degradation, so let's get in. So there's bugger all flies here, and there's not much. There's a bit of tail swish, but there doesn't seem to be any. Let's run off to the corner because it's hot or irritation. And that's something we notice as well, is that once they can thermoregulate, get the nitrates down, the cows become a lot more comfortable.
As people learn more, it's not about trying to prove that you know stuff. I think it's actually you get to discuss different topics. They have different point of views, and people actually really dig into how their farm's working, and they're more open about it. They're not so guarded.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of really enjoying the journey with other farmers that are starting to talk about what's going on, and you can add what we've learnt right around the country.
So then the next question is, what's your in-calf rate?
Don't know yet.
I haven't had it yet.
Haven't had it yet.
Very promising though.
Okay, cool. So in that regards, if it was very promising, and would you cull harder, or you'll take them over to your new farm?
Nah, probably cull harder.
Okay.
Yeah. Quite a few to work on this herd there is.
Right, so it gives you an opportunity to have a really good clean.
Have an option, yeah.
Yeah. And how long, because I remember the days when you used to be able to cull hard, because you had plenty of replacements and that. How long since you've been able to cull really hard?
Long time now, yeah. Usually just culling to replace your numbers.
Yeah, so now you can actually, this year you can get in and go, I want rid of you and you and you and you.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Definitely.
Oh, that's great. So, if you it'll be about a 1 in 5 year process. I need to get rid of that old bag. She milks too slow or whatever else that's going on.
Yeah.
Cool. We used to buy, when I was first beef farmer, I used to buy people's culls. They were in calf because they were able to cull low producing and that. And I'd take them home and carve them and put another calf on them. So you tie them together with 2 dog collars and a chain, and you'd leave them there for about a week or 10 days. The fun part of it was trying to get the chain off. So it's quite funny chasing cows around trying to get dog collars off, especially when the cow's chasing you as well. And you had to put them in a paddock with no electric fence pegs because the calves would get themselves wrapped around the fence peg. But the price of beef got so bad, and the dairy was all right one year, and I said, I'll sell them. So I took them to Reporoa. Now, I'd started making the lick box and getting them all sort of more nutritious and everything like that. So I'd sell them on the drop. They went to Reporoa, and they I think the first week we got $400 for it, and I go, oh, well, coal price, oh well, whatever. Second week it was about 400. All of a sudden they went up to $700, and I go, shit. So, and I hadn't even begun to sell, so I go to the sale, and these two guys walk past me, and there's 100 odd cows there, and I go, oh shit, I'm never going to get any money for this year. And these two guys walk, so when are those Campbell cows going? Oh, not till later, they're over there. Oh, you're going to get a feed and a drink and that. So I sat in the, stadium, what do you want to call it? And these two guys are sitting there and they go, shit, those cows, I don't know what it is about them. They just come home, they spit a calf out and the milk just starts running. So they were a cow that people had removed because the nutrition was falling. And all we did was bring the nutrition back up, and and that's what we saw. They'd spit a calf out just like that.
Yeah.
And then they thought they were great cows, and they were buying these fantastic cows, and I'm going, oh, well. So I think I averaged getting about $600. So 400 was coal price, and I got, so I was like, oh, well, thanks very much. I got out of them all right.
Yeah.
But that's, you've got all this genetics, and we have to feed them. And in the meantime, we've got down to you're feeding solids and that to them. But if we get this really, really right, you take the balance back to yourself. You might milk, because effectively you're feeding every 6 cows, you're feeding one on solids at the moment, aren't you? So you could diminish the cows by 15% and do 1.6 or more, because they've been fed so much better on the grass, and make a lot more money. It's what I do less work and I make more money. That's quite it's a cunning plan.
Just in the time we've gone around, it's like there's this issue. You're going to look at these Yonis things, but you're going to look at that in a completely different way now, aren't you? You're going to go, is that actually going to respond to that, or is it just an immune response that doesn't need to move that cow? We get a bit knee-jerky at times, but I too understand where you're coming from, and we see these nutritional things coming through. But, when you're talking to people about the symptomology of the animal's nutrition and what happens, it's like, yeah, okay, it should happen in the soil, but that's been discounted and we've gone to the vets instead, or other supplements. So we're just trying to get past that process.
Culling cows on testing positive for Yonis, they're showing no physical signs. Is there really an issue, or the animal's got an immunity to it now and it's not a problem? And with a change in nutrition, then the stress doesn't come on, so it doesn't actually cause a problem. Because even when you talk to the old TB testers, they'd say, TB could be sitting in the background or whatever, but only when the pressure comes on it actually shows up. It's not a disease. That lining is calcium sulfate. It's the same as jib board. And the lining allows the semi-permeable membrane for the nutrient to go through, and it stops the toxins. The animal sets up an autoimmune to leaky gut syndrome, which is what we call it in humans, or irritable bowel syndrome, which is a calcium sulfate deficiency in the gut, which is actually the membrane that stops or allows the nutrient through, but stops the toxins and allows the give and take, leaves it breathed, and so... And then if you take the nitrates out of the situation or get them down, then you don't get that problem. The nitrates shoot straight through the lining. The cow immediately gets loaded with nitrate, go down in oxygen, and wouldn't matter what it was, his immunity's fallen. Yeah. Down she goes. So, they may have a bug that goes with it, which shows up as an immunity as, Yonis, but how many cows have got it, or people have had it or seen it, and nobody ever did anything about it because there was no problem. Yeah. So, you'll work it out.
So cure?
Fix your bleeding soils.
Oh, okay.
Nutrition.
Yeah, nutrition, and you'll fix it.
How do you feel about your farm now in the last couple of years to where you've come?
It's a monumental change, what we've come from to where we are now. Last year at this time, we probably put some heat on you to answer some questions, because we probably weren't getting probably about Christmas time, eh?
Yeah, it was.
And then it changed all. But now I'm a lot more comfortable, because I'm seeing obviously we've seen the topsoil grow by what we're doing today. So, and that's what we wanted to happen, and it's happened. It's happening. So, yeah, that's what I'm quite comfortable at this stage.
Yeah. That's that first 12 months of just, I would say most farms have a shake.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
And there's a bit of, and yeah, we try and give you the assistance of how we can get past that shake so you can get to the next block, because we're reasonably confident we'll get there, but we've got to fill all the gaps in. So you're in more control of the farm now? Or
Yeah, definitely.
It's,
100%.
it's not controlling you.
Yeah, we've had a very wet summer, but no, we're going great.
So how long have you been on this block?
Oh, crikey, 1992.
Right, and Lance, how long have you been?
Fourth year.
Fourth
season,
year, okay. So you've had a year of 2 years of the normal.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
Yeah. Go back?
Nah, not at this stage. No, definitely not.
That's cool. I guess this is the truth. Has it changed the way you think about farming?
Yep. My mind's so much more open, and a lot of things. Yeah. The first thing that happened to us is we had a salmonella scare about 10 years ago, and how we solved that problem. And there is a solution to that, and that made my mind think, what else do we not know? And so it's a massive learning for me. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Where are you, Lars?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, pasture, weeds, bits and bobs like that. I'll just kill everything before. I hated it. It doesn't look like bloody clover or bright time. Whereas now it's quite, my mind change. I go into a paddock and I just see shit and, cows are eat it. If not, it's meant to be there.
Cool.
Leave it. Yeah.
Well, I've obviously been talking to a few of your mates, because a few of your mates have got soil tests and other bits and pieces going on around it.
Yeah. No, there's a few of them that
Yeah.
right into it. So.
Some of them are scratching their heads as you did in the first 12 months too. So that's all good. Biggest surprise?
Biggest surprise. Boy, crikey. No, I think we did a fair bit of due diligence before we started this journey by coming to your place for a start. And I always remember walking through your gateway and where the truck had its little hiccup. And that was quite big in my thinking process. So, and I think that's where we're tracking. So I don't know if there's any big surprises.
Nah.
Since changing the system, it's noticeable the cows are so spread out over the whole paddock. Historically, they used to go over the whole paddock in the morning, and by late morning, they would all up the front up with a trough, and they don't want to walk back to the old pasture in the back. So that's all gone. The cows are spread out over the paddock evenly, right up to milking time.
Not having irritated cows either.
Yeah,
It's massively noticeable.
Yeah, so the new system is obviously helping that largely.
Okay, so there is a change from that you already made last season, as you put the troughs at the back of the paddock, because you started noticing that they were going down their grazing bed, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
So that was okay, I'm going to change this. Yeah. And it's really noticeable. You said too, Lars.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
Like cows are down there?
Yeah.
Really cool. So that's probably a big one. You spent a bit of money on that.
Yeah, we've done half the farm, and we're going to do the other half this late autumn.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it is nice to see the cattle. We only coming up the plateau road was 15 degrees, and there was already cows stacked in under hedges and things like that. And it's like you just start to notice when things start coming right. Yeah. One thing you've stopped doing.
Roundup.
I love
You want to know that?
I just love it.
Cool. Don't go near it.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense for years how you could spray that stuff on the ground and kill your grass and expect what's under the ground to survive it. And obviously it doesn't. But so no.
You're probably going to answer the next question exactly the same. One thing you will never go back to.
yeah. Lars can jump in here. Yeah. And you actually make changes. And you actually forget soon what you've changed. You forget what you have changed, and until you sit down and really look back at what you've done, it's hell of a significant.
Do you know how to really open your mind up to how much you've changed?
Yeah, tell me.
Talk to a conventional farmer.
Yeah. You should come to Thursday. They mate down at this. It's a night and we go to the pub, all the farmers, and it's so different how different people operate. Yeah, and I think when I first put silicon on my pasture, they thought I was nuts. So yeah.
Did they come and had a look?
No, they don't want to know.
They don't believe you.
Yeah. So, but I do agree with you. You talk to a conventional farmer, and
you wake up to how many was.
Yeah. I always wanted to give it 2 or 3 years before we did something significant here with people, and I was waiting for that so that's probably where we're getting to. And obviously Lance has got to be on board with that, and yourself. So yeah. And I think that'll be big for some people to open their minds up. Some people will criticise it, and that's fine. Yeah, so that's why I'm at.
Do you think you might have like an open day at your own farm one day?
I think we will. Yeah.
Like you've attended at Ewan's?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think, I do.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's nothing to hide.
Worrying about Exmoor, so
Yeah, that's true.
it's one thing I always used to be on my head, and now it's straight past. It's not even a thing.
It's amazing, isn't it?
You know, so
And I'm going to have a plug here.
Yeah.
Like, have you found the YouTube channel valuable as a source of farming information?
Like the nitrogen today was huge for me, what you said about nitrogen in the cows. And I think that was for Lance too, We'll probably have a great conversation about that later.
Yeah, well, this is some of the stuff that Stephen and I are working on. We're talking about doing the numbers on the nitrogen. And it's really bonkers how stupid the whole thing is because, like, if you take the feed, take a herbage sample, and you say, well, your cows are eating 17, 18 kilos of dry matter, and this percentage of nitrogen, that's how much it ingests, that's how much goes in the milk, that's how much is pissing on the ground. So if you got a herbage test at 4.5% nitrogen, and really you can only grow healthy grass up to about 3, there's 1.5% of the 18 kilograms of dry matter is going out the back end.
yeah.
And I'm laughing because these reports in the farming magazines are going, the studies from overseas are a little bit different from here because they're on dry matting and they capture their nitrogen. And they're going, what? Can't you calculate how much went in and how much came out the other end? It's like, it's pretty simple in this process. So if you're feeding your cows high nitrogen feed, it's going to go in one end and it's going to go somewhere if it's excess. And you've noticed it in the milk.
Yeah.
So, and if we can get that down naturally and feed and grow the bulk, we're in the right place. So people need to just understand that that's okay. But the problem with our feed tests at the moment is a whole lot of bar graphs on them. And people think that because 3's in the low part for nitrogen, they think, well, that's no good. But that's exactly where it should be. Because it's not putting any pressure on the cow. So there's more learning. So there's another thing for me and Stephen to go and get into and do the numbers on. So,
a question to you: where do you see the next 2 years? In 2 years' time, I'm quite excited where we will be at. Where do you think we'll be at?
Yeah, no. Well, I posed the question to you about have you thought about organics?
Yeah.
And I don't know whether you're going to have a look harder at that, but I think from some of the things that we've talked about financially, of what you're doing at the moment and where this could go and having an even better lifestyle, maybe you'll be thinking a hell of a lot more of where as the pastures change and we get rid of those nitrates, and if you've got your cell counts right down and things, mastitis right under control, you'd be scratching your head going, we'd be thinking about swapping. And yet, a couple of years ago, that wouldn't even been on the radar.
No, it wasn't. No, and maybe it is a transition, maybe. But I'm probably more thinking about the soil.
Look, I think we can keep growing it. Like, the thing is that we've been at it for 20 years and I keep learning. And thanks to guys like yourself, bite the bullet, we go into a new area. This soil is completely different to most. It's one of the lowest aluminium volcanic soils that we know. So you've got really high P availability. Your trace elements are near the worst in the country. So there's good and bad.
Yeah.
I certainly think we're going to have to keep working with those trace elements as the soil gets deeper. I've seen that at home. And so I just see more just being accurate, monitoring what's going on, listening to the changes. But I do know the deeper your soil goes, the more grass you grow.
Yeah.
There's a real correlative. Like if you get, like we're about here now, but if you get to here, we're looking at another 3 or 4 tonne of dry matter growth, and that's what I want to see you guys doing. And then I'd love to see, the feed silo go.
Yep.
And then whatever options you've got going on with that.
Because that's the big shift. We've gone from a grow more grass to grow more topsoil, which grows more grass. We used to be grow more grass and let's put some white stuff on top of it. And so that's quite a big shift. Yeah.
But the big thing is, the question really is, it hasn't hurt you financially, has it?
No. We've done all right. Yeah.
You've done all right.
Yeah.
And given with what we talked about, the costs and structures and the amount of money coming in in the production, you're starting to win on this game, eh?
We are.
Yeah, it's turned for sure.
Yeah. So we've had 1 year of like oh, which is what I'm predicting, with people. It's like, you got to give it 12 months of hanging in there. I'd like to give everybody the ability to get that animal health, which I think you found in the first 12 months.
Yeah.
And there's some, give it a good shake. But, at year 2, you really want to be growing 20% more feed. And you really want to be noticing all these things where the animal health's kicking in and the costs are dropping, and I can utilise my farm a lot better.
Yeah.
And you'd be a prime example of that actually happening. Isn't it?
Yeah. I actually really think, and speaking on behalf of Lance as well, I think we're in a happy place, eh?
At the minute, yeah.
Yeah, and we're just looking forward to what's going to happen in the future. And that's where we're at. We're 18 months ago, we were thinking, whoa, but we've come through that, and it's been good. It's been a huge learning curve for both of us, and maybe we keep learning. Yeah.
Well, I think from my perspective, working with Steve and putting the YouTube channel together, I'm hoping that that's going to be the help to those people getting through that first 12 months.
Yep.
So they go and look at I've got this problem, and they can go and have a look at, God, he said that it happened. I've got to, okay, I understand that now, and off we trundle and get that sorted, or just have to grin and bear it for while that transition takes place.
Oh, what have you done with the EMF stuff?
Yeah, we've done Woo Woo Rocks, and sorry, that's not their name, is it? Guardian Rocks.
Oh, that's not its official name. Woo Woo Rock. Yeah.
Yeah, we've done all that. The more I learn about EMF, the more I realise it is a major problem. Yeah, something I never knew anything about at all up to 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and every farm's different because it's got specific challenges. They've got some satellite dishes out only a little way over here, and certainly along this front boundary or the side boundary, it had some challenges from what was coming out of there. So that made quite a difference. Ross didn't have a very good experience from it, where he was putting out Woo Woo Rocks and got zapped by the electric fence. That didn't do him any good.
No. Yeah. Yeah, so we just buried them and put them on a wire and tied them to the wires, the Woo Woo Rocks here. So,
Yeah, what do you think of those andesite rocks, Lance? Are you like, I'm not so sure about it?
Yeah, I'm not so sure. I mean, I've seen the test and see how it works, but
take them off.
Yeah, well, that would be a proper way to do it.
Oh, yeah, you'll swear at me that my farm's bloody useless and hopeless. Bloody yeah.
Maybe it's just the rocks in the first.
Yeah. Well, we were at an orchard today, and he's done the first 12 months. Soil looks brilliant, and we're walking through that, and bang, oh my God, what's going on here? And there's a line of trees on a diagonal that are all looking sick, and you had to look at the east, straight across to the it was a big transformer and power system directly on East Transit, just running straight through his orchard.
Right.
You see, and so there you go, and then these kind of and go fix it. It's a bag of rocks. I mean, it's not a get rich scheme. Certainly can't go back and keep charging you for rocks every year, but it works.
You just had an epiphany, brought on by the good wife, that you don't do any crop anymore. What's the go with that?
Yeah, I wouldn't go back either. So we used to take out 30 hectares of summer crop, and now it's you just don't need it. You grow good juicy tucker, and then winter crop too. Gone away from that since going eco farming, and I don't know. I just wouldn't go back.
You're getting far too relaxed in this world, Lars. Just a suggestion, we was looking at some of the paddocks where you had put chicory before, and we're saying, well, should we throw a bit of chicory seed in and a bit of plantain seed in with the fert and just give it more of a density right across the whole farm?
Yeah, that'll be worthwhile, I'd say. Yeah,
that's pretty easy.
Spread the fert and fuck it.
All right, epiphany done.